The US may or may not enter a recession, but Germany has, at least on paper. Europe's largest economy reported another quarter of economic contraction. Experts are blaming household spending. Germans are not spending thanks to rising inflation and expensive credit. The result? Economic activity is down. But what does a German recession mean for Europe? And should India be wary as well? Our next report tells you all about it. Germany is in recession, but don't cue the poverty pictures yet, because this is a technical one. Here's how economists define a recession. 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth, in other words, contraction. That's what Germany is going through. Let's look at the numbers. In the last quarter of 2022, growth was minus 0.5%, meaning the economy shrank. In the first quarter of 2023, growth was minus 0.3%. Again, the economy shrank. So technically, Germany has entered a recession. But what led to this? Experts are blaming the German people. Household spending was down 1.2% over the same period. If people don't spend, economic activity falls. Explanation time. Russia's invasion has increased energy prices across Europe. The result? Rising cost of living. Germany's inflation average for 2022 was 7.9%. It was the highest since World War II. In 2021, the average was just 3.1%. The higher prices drained household savings. People bought only what they needed, not what they wanted. The government did the same. Public spending was down 5% in the last 2 quarters. Put together, they dragged the German economy down. The question is, what next? A persistent recession means trouble. We may have to cue the poverty pictures. So all eyes will be on the second half of 2023. If the GDP improves, it's good news. If not, you get the idea. Germany's fate is also linked to the world. It is the largest economy in Europe, also the 4th largest in the world. Around 32% of their GDP is made up of exports. The problem is the world isn't buying. Economic recovery in the US and China has been sketchy. German car export to China has fallen 24%. If that continues, the economy will struggle. But on Thursday, Chancellor Olaf Scholz appeared confident. He said the prospects are very good.
The German economy's prospects are very good. We are solving the challenges we face. We have full employment. There is a public debate around a shortage of workers in Germany, and in fact, we have a big demand for skilled workers. To solve the problem and these challenges, we have now implemented as legislation the Skilled Workers Immigration Act.
There is good and bad news for Germany. First, the good news. Inflation seems to be easing off. Natural gas prices are also returning to 2021 levels. So consumer spending should rebound. The bad news is the gloomy global economy. Unless China and the US recover, German exports will not pick up. To be fair, there were enough warnings. Most of late 2022 was spent predicting recessions. Now, Germany has fallen victim. The question is, who will be next? Bloomberg says Britain is a prime candidate. It was given a 75% probability. So is the United States. It had a probability of 65%. And what about India? Bloomberg gave India a 0% probability, which is good, but the ripples from Germany will reach India. Germany is India's largest trading partner in Europe. Total trade is worth almost $20 billion. India exports clothes, smartphones, and leather products to Germany. The exports are worth almost $10 billion, but traders are expecting trouble. The recession could hurt India's sales to Germany, especially common use exports like clothes and phones. How big will the hit be? According to one Indian exporter, $2 billion. That's globalization for you. We grow together, but we also fall together.